Hello, hello, hi, hi, folks. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday, and hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com. Welcome, welcome. Some of you had made comments about my hat from a couple nights ago. So I figured it's Sunday, why not wear the hat? You know what I mean? Especially it's a bad hair day. So let's do the hat thing. I have an interesting one for you today. I don't think I know that I haven't done this that often, but I have quoted from the Bible maybe a couple times, two, three times. There's something in my eye, you guys. And I wanted to share something from the good book, a concept that I picked up. But before that, what I want to share with you is this. Now, some of you know that I love to cook. I love to cook, especially, being a single guy by yourself, I don't like to eat out a whole lot. I actually used to eat fast food a while, but I haven't had fast food. It's been a while. I can't even remember the last time I did. It's definitely been probably 5, 6 months. But and when I do cook, I use a lot of spices. I use spices, and one of the spices that I don't use is actually salt. I don't cook with a lot, maybe just like like just a tiny pinch, and that's really rare. I literally don't use salt. I like other flavors, and I don't use salt. Again, extremely rare that I actually would put salt in the food, but I'm not that, I'm not into salt that much. But in the good book, in the book of Matthews, it says, let me tell you why you are here. Pretty decent conversation to have, a conversation starter, if you would. Let me tell you why you're here. And he tells you that you're supposed to bring out God's flavors. What that means is that you are the salt of the world, which means salt usually brings out the flavor, right? So you're supposed to be the salt of the world. Now, what does that mean exactly? It means that wherever you are, you're supposed to be that guy, that girl. You're supposed to bring out the flavors out of people's lives, out of people, right? Now, back in the day, there was an actual time that Romans would get paid in salt. Pretty powerful, right? So salt is actually a pretty powerful, what is salt? Spice. Is that a spice? Is salt a spice? I guess salt is a spice. So you're supposed to be the salt of the world, which means wherever you go, well, there you are, but wherever you go, in whichever crowd you are, you're supposed to be what? God's flavor, right? So you're supposed to bring out God's flavor, which means by your actions, by your thoughts, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, the way you show up in the marketplace, the way you show up in your family gatherings, the way you show up in your parties and get-togethers and among strangers and co-workers and friends. You're supposed to represent. You're supposed to be that person that when people take a look at you, and I've talked about this in a few other lives, but when people see you, they say, that Sean guy is all right. I want to be like that. What is he having? Right? You're supposed to be that flavor. You're not supposed to be dull. You're not supposed to sit there and not say a word. You're not supposed to be silent and not represent. There's so many references made. Let me tell you, before I go there, let me tell you this. I am restarting to read the good book and kind of like study it. I mean, kind of get a little bit more flavor out of it, like understanding out of it. And so there's so many references made about being the flavor, being the representative, living a life of such that other people would say, I like that. I like that. I want to follow those principles, right? And I want to share with you this thought. I may not cook with salt, but I use spices to bring out the flavor. And it's the same thing here. Your words, the way you put them together, the way you speak, that all is going to bring out the flavor. Now, what flavor? The flavor that you actually follow. For example, if I walk around, lie, cheat, and steal, that's a different kind of a what? Taste, if you would, in your mouth or in your mind. Why? Because you're like, this guy, he just lies and steals and cheats. Not a very good flavor, right? Not very, not a flavor where you would say, you know what, I want that recipe. Not that one. So be that spice, be that flavor where people would say, that is good. I like that. And they are willing to not only follow, but also take that and implement that into their lives, right? So whatever season you're in, whatever crowd you're in, remember, you're supposed to be bringing out the God's flavors. You're supposed to be the salt of this world. You're supposed to be the one, hey, if you're supposed to be the one to inspire, to motivate, to give somebody hope, then be it. Be the salt of the crowd you're in. If the crowd is the plate, is the dish, you be the salt. You be the one that adds extra flavor to the dish. Hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this live. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. I would love to know if you have an example of such that you could share with us. Drop it in the comments. Let the feed grow. If you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people here. Be the salt, right? And share the message. I appreciate you guys. And this is Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com signing off. And until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.